Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV Daily News Time. It is Friday. Everyone got that Friday feeling, or has that Friday feeling been killed by Liverpool not completing transfer deals when Everton are? Little bit, yeah. Obviously before we get into it, Everton completed the deals for, I think, Pickford and Klaassen yesterday. I like the videos. I like the Klaassen one where it's at Finch Farm and it pulls down, it speeds through and then goes through and he's having photos taken. There's a little thumbs up. I think that's actually really cool. As someone pointed out on my Twitter, and I apologise for not knowing it off the top of my head, if you did that at Melwood, you'd have to go past the European Cup. Anyway, some news that I want to discuss today. We've technically got 3 pieces of transfer news, although only one of them, I think 1.5 of them, are really remotely transfer news. One of them's just a massive piece of bollocks. And let's get that out the way right now. Karim Benzema, according to Team Talk via the medium of Diario Gol, Karim Benzema is bids from Liverpool and Arsenal for Karim Benzema. Now let me find the quote just to clarify all of this for you. Now, any Spanish speakers will be able to translate this better than I, but I'm going to read it in Spanish and I'm going to read the Google translation to see what we come up with. El Liverpool también ha mostrado interés en el jugador blanco, pero Benzema mira con algo más de recelo esta posibilidad. Sabe que el estilo eléctrico de Klopp no casará bien con sus posibilidades. Yes. Muy bien. The Google translation of that is, Liverpool have shown interest in the white player, but Benzema looks a little more suspicious, this possibility. He knows that Klopp's electric style would not match his possibilities. So there you have it. Klopp's electric style doesn't match his possibilities and he's white. We see this every single summer, and all this smacks of to me is every news outlet, every sports news outlet in the world has built up this absolute need to drive clicks and what have you. And look, and we're to some extent no different, albeit we're not a massively backed mainstream media institution, if you get me. But anyway. Liverpool have gone on lockdown since the Virgil van Dijk stuff. Absolute lockdown. Nothing is coming out of that football club in terms of transfer news or rumours that is anything remotely concrete. So there's just basically just got traffic dipping on all these sites. They're all getting panicky. And what a great one to pull back out again, Karim Benzema. And equally, the 2 biggest sources I think you're going to get traffic on the internet, or 2 of the biggest 3, are Liverpool and Arsenal. Man United, I think, being the other one. There's probably a little bit for Chelsea, but really, those are the absolute big 3. As anyone who's ever mentioned Arsenal on Twitter in any way, shape or form will know how quickly Arsenal fans slide into your mentions. Complete and utter bollocks. There's no way Liverpool are signing Karim Benzema. I'm not even bothered. Not even bothered. But it's just one of those things. It's worth highlighting. You know, we do comment on rumours a lot on these shows, but sometimes things come out and you just think, oh, just get a life, get a grip. You know, if you're going to mention it, at least go out your way to mention that it's absolute nonsense. You know, and as you say, Klopp, does would Benzema suit our style? Would we? I'm not interested. Not interested. So we move on. Benjamin Mendy is being linked by L'Equipe in France, although it would apparently take an exceptional offer for Monaco to accept a bid. The Liverpool Echo apparently claiming that City and Chelsea are most likely, however, going to be his destination. Fine, sound. We move on. We've got one more little thing to discuss in terms of transfers, but just quickly. It's 13 years today since Rafa Benitez took charge of Liverpool Football Club. Wow. Where has that part of my life gone? Which worries me, because I start to think about that, and I think about how many people are watching this. Let me know, actually, if you can. In the comments, I'm going to come to them in a sec. How old were you, therefore, how old were you in 2004 when Rafa Benitez took over? How old were you, Tom?
10.
Tom was 10 when Rafa took over. So if it was 13 years ago, I was sugar. How old am I now? 21? Was I 21 when Rafa took over? Yeah. I was 21. Christ. Wow. Okay, shout out to there. Let me know your ages and that. I think it's quite interesting because it says a wider point about how people perceive and how people remember things and what have you. So yeah, Dylan Burke was 1. Sleason 79 was 24. That makes sense. The age, the 79 thing, I think gives that away a little bit. Oscar Bono 6, Arjun Mystery 5, Mortal Death was 10, Mark Turley was 3. OGM Gaming 5, Robert Fegan 2, Jessica Lindsay was 1, LFC underscore YNW was 5, John Boy 5, Walton Interchange 8, John was 2, Daniel's Opinion was 10, Ross Bar 5. Here's the thing, Paul Sibley was 21. Good on you, Paul. You old fuck, just like me. Yeah, so good. What you've done there. Thanks very much for everyone who's involved and sent your ages out. It's given me a really good indication of how old people are who watch these streams. So when I see comments coming from people, I now know how old you all are, which is brilliant. So if we can screenshot as much of that as possible, that'll be tremendous. Thank you. But yeah, yeah, it's weird because 13 years ago, think about like how much we didn't get wound up by transfer windows. Like Liverpool didn't even have a manager up until this point back in the day, you know, and we made late moves. Michael Owen moved after the pre-season, after the season already started. I think he was on the bench for the first Champions League qualifier, and then he moved to Madrid. You know, Alonso and Garcia done very, very late again in those windows. It's interesting. Obviously, I don't expect it's not a lesson to them really. In so much, I still think Liverpool will do business far more early than that certainly. But interesting nevertheless. And happy birthday, Jurgen Klopp. If anyone wants to join me in wishing Jurgen a happy birthday in the comments, please do. Happy birthday, Jurgen. 50 years old today. He looks good for 50, doesn't he? He does. You know, he's mad. He's mad as a bag full of frogs on sherbet or something. I don't know. But he is. He's mad, and but he looks great. He looks great for 50. So yeah, happy birthday, Jurgen Klopp. Let's hope he turns 60 and is still Liverpool manager, and we're great. Last piece of transfer news then. Lazar Markovic, Watford are interested in Lazar Markovic. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I should have probably looked. Is Marco Silva the Watford manager now? If that's the case, I'm going to just draw out. If I can, someone let me know in the comments, and you might save me doing a Google search. Tom, Google search while I fill. Who's find out who the Watford manager is. I think Marco Silva's. I heard it was Marco Silva. I don't know whether that's true or not. But anyway, Marco Silva was the whole manager. Who obviously had him on loan, which makes sense. Don't be surprised if Watford go in for a lot of the guys that they brought in January. Grzycki, I would expect him to sign for Watford as well. But yeah, good. That's the kind of thing we needed. And that's if Watford come in for Markovic and they pay decent money for him, then it makes sense what Liverpool have done there because he's surplus requirements at the club. We've sent him out on loan, and he's caught the eye of the guy who was managing him, which is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, that would be great. Yeah, Alan Gilmartin, let's go watch the comments then. No, wait, I was 5. Ha ha ha. Yeah, brilliant. It genuinely astounds me how many people were under the age of 10 when yeah. Paul is well older than Tom, says Alan Gilmartin. That's true, I'm well older than Tom. You wouldn't know it to look at us side by side, though. Anyway, Nessu says Donnarumma would be boss. He will be boss, just not for us. Yeah, weird that wasn't that the story that came out yesterday that he's turned down Milan's deal or whatever? Yeah, sound. I mean, if he's going to be amazing, I was in charge at Juventus, I would have an eye on him. I'd be like, we've just had 10 odd years, probably 10 or more years of Gigi Buffon. He'll be coming toward the end of his time as a player soon. Just go and get the next great goalkeeper. What comments? Oh, super chat. We got a super chat. I'm trying to find it, Tom. Hey, Mohammed Mustafa, $1 super chat. You missed your opportunity to say something, but good on you, son. Steve Kuyas has got here late. What's the deal with Benzema? Go back and watch the video. Just rewind it. Just rewind it and watch it. Nothing, mate, is the short answer. It was me reading things in Spanish. Mama Mustafa, $1 super chat. Woo! Yeah, the Mighty Red says, in short, Benzema's white. That was the long and short of the story. Okay, let's see. Salah, Mark Taylor, Salah's agent. Did I not do this yesterday? That his agent is in. His agent was cited in London. I say cited. He was posted on Instagram. Adam Schmidt super chat £5. Woo! I can keep going. Brilliant, nice one, Adam. Brilliant. Michael Case's move for Alaba. Yeah, I would absolutely do that. Joe Fern says, you reckon Salah will sign? Yeah, I do. I like, not like, yes, he is going to sign. I think he will. I think we'll get it over the line. I just don't know when. It would be amazing if we just got that done before the weekend. There's rumours that it will be done over the weekend. Again, we'll just have to see when we see the Melwood lean. Okay, let's move on then. Jared Sullivan, any update on Lacazette? No. There's the biggest rumours doing the rounds at the moment are Arsenal are still maybe in for Lacazette and possibly Mbappe. PSG are not in for Aubameyang. Aubameyang might move to China. If Aubameyang moves to China, if he doesn't move for like ludicrous money, like well over 100 million, Liverpool should go and get Aubameyang. Just go and get him sorted. Stephen Borman, £1 super chat. Hey! Lois Williams says, can't we give Watford Moreno as a thanks for buying Lazar? You know what? It wouldn't shock me if someone like a Watford came in for a Moreno, but I think it's telling about him that we haven't seen any major links for him, if I'm perfectly honest. Noah Risager, will we sign Balde? I don't think we will. No, W, let's win the league, let's. Paul Dowan loved. Do you think we will get the Ox from Arsenal? No, I don't think so at the moment. Let us know, actually. Just someone said they're an Egyptian fan. How big a fan are you of Mohamed Salah, and what do you think of him? Let's see. Let's have a quick scout through what else we got. So Arsenal are better than us with signings, says Roderick Mapatisha. You could say that, except that Liverpool finished above Arsenal last season, and yet Arsenal had Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Ozil and Petr Cech, etc. So probably not. Mohamed Mustafa's back again, $2. Ray, and he said something this time. Ray, should we go for Alba? He wants to leave Barcelona. Yes, except how much taller is he than Moreno? I think he's a bit taller. I don't think he's loads taller, is he? I think he's boss. I think he's really, really good. He's just a better version of Moreno, isn't he? A much better version. So sure, why not? Although I would like to see us go for someone who doesn't get bullied in the air all the time. But again, I don't know enough about him physically. I don't know him intimately, so I couldn't tell you one way or the other. Rohan Gori, what about Naby Keita? RB Leipzig just don't need to sell players. They've got all the money. Don't need to sell players. I think if we're going to go for Naby Keita, it feels like it's one of them that later on in the window, maybe if we decide we've got enough money in the bank left to make a big bid, we might well make a big bid. Wilson Fisk says Benzema's utter shit, which is good to see from a man who was effectively, the star of the 90s Spider-Man animated series. Dylan Beck, I don't know why we don't throw a bid in for Diego Costa and Renato Sanchez. You know what, the Diego Costa thing, again, if he's unsettled at Chelsea, that would be a proper dickish move by Liverpool, and I would love it. I would genuinely love it if we did that. Luke Enfield said, what is Liverpool's budget this season? No idea. What we heard before the window opened was like 90 million there. A block of 90 million quid, and then any more will be raised by sales, and then some people have gone a bit mad over it above and beyond. At the minute, it looks like nothing. But we'll have to see when players start to come in, to be fair. Let's have a couple more. Guduri, where are those huge signings? Yeah, I know. Dolfo Mercy says, Jurgen Klopp is the best. He is indeed. Roderick Batisha says, Alba loves defending, so it would be good. Moreno hates defending, he does. Nick Hollins, just bring Virgil. Kyle Harrison, Nida Yaya Toure. Who doesn't? Marwan Hesham, who is Naby Keita's replacement. So we've done some stuff on this, actually. We did a squad analyzer show on the website. Shit. The gnome's just nearly nosedived. So yeah, anyway, there's the squad analyzer show. I've done a target rater show where I rate the likelihood of all the players who've been linked to Liverpool this window and likelihood of joining the club. And we did the Reds transfer roundup show as well with Melissa Reddy from goal.com and Steve Hoare as well, talking all through the Virgil van Dijk stuff, through the Salah stuff, through some of the likelihoods of the Keita stuff as well. So if you want to know more about all of Liverpool's transfers and where they're going and what's likely to happen in the next week or two, go to redmentv.com and subscribe. As I said before, people who subscribe to the website make all of this possible, so thank you very much for basically powering Redmen TV. Oh, we've got another one. Stephen Borman, £2 super chat. We are definitely buying Aubameyang, mark my words. Go ahead, Stephen. I like that kind of optimism. So yeah, anyway, go and subscribe to redmentv.com. If you're under the age of 18 and don't have a PayPal account, then obviously speak to a parent and say, I really want it. Or speak to your nan or your auntie or whatever. But yeah, come and join us. We've got loads of amazing shows this week, and we've had loads for the last few weeks, and we have loads every week, to be perfectly honest. I say after that, it's just £2 a month. And if you think of it as like £2 a month to help sustain this, to make this a thing, if you enjoy Redmen in your life, then please do become a Redmen TV subscriber. And yeah, we'll see you over there. Thanks for watching. Subscribe by going through to the website by clicking the buttons here. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And there's my channel as well. I've done a video on why I think Liverpool need to absolutely go big and get a number 9 this summer. If you want to watch that, do click that video there. Tom's defo going to remember to add it into the annotations. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Ta-ra.